I'm Genevieve Bargella.
And I'm Eileen Wurst.
And this is CFB News.
Today in breaking news, we've discovered that the Botanical Gardens have actually been a secret front for a fracking operation. That's right, underneath the ground of the sometimes rotting and poisonous grounds of the Botanical Gardens, there has been not only illegal marijuana strains being created from the piss of Henry the Piss Dog, as well, though, as liquid gold, not from urine, but from the earth. That's right, oil. And so due to this, there are currently a lot of what I'm seeing as very shiny sirens that I do believe are related to police. And perhaps the Phoebe and Sia maybe as well. With that, I will have to say, it is not, it's journalism integrity, Eileen.
It's quite a shame that the place is closing. I mean, I visited there with my niece and nephew back when they came to town to see what kind of shabby place they put me after the big city. And, we really enjoyed our time there. We didn't get to spend too long, but, it's quite a shame that it's closing. I mean, obviously I'm not happy about the fracking, but, always sad to lose a community institution to nefarious motives.
You would enjoy it, Genevieve. I get that vibe.
What's that supposed to mean? What's that supposed to mean,
Eileen? I feel like you really enjoy plants, and honestly, I'm shocked that, the fracking is a shock as well. I mean, if you have such good taste. I just figured.
Are you implying that I frack?
I'm just saying, where you come from is Frack City.
Well, before the park closes, it looks like the Botanical Garden will be closing on Friday permanently until it reaches new management. But until that time, you can go and see the Muriel the Mermaid show. It's a decent time.
Decent. Yeah, sure.
This has been CFB News.
Phoning home. And that home is Clatfartburg, the most place on Earth.
Yes.
This is an absurd world-building podcast focusing on the fictional town of Clatfartburg. I'm Elaine.
And I'm Felicia.
And today, we're looking to the skies of Clatfartburg. We're going beyond the stratosphere. Woo! We're out there looking at all those planets and stars, and we're wondering, is there more? Man, I wish I could connect with people on this curiosity. Well, maybe it's about time you found your safe space. Safe space. Because today, we're creating the UFO Club of Clatfartburg. And boy, does this open so many possibilities. This was inspired by an email from listener Zach, who this email also just said subject line, fuck it, which has been one of my favorite things.
It's great.
And we got this very near the beginning of the podcast. And there's just one line that Zach says and goes, also aliens can exist and the residents either don't know or don't care.
And then Elaine, in her head, translated this into Alien/UFO Club and wrote that down in the topic zone, credited it to Zach, and then we just spent 8 minutes trying to figure out what synapses in her brain fired for that to happen.
Yeah, because I was like, who said the UFO Club? And no, Zach, it was just you saying,
you said the UFO Club.
Aliens. And then I went club. So this was a combined effort.
We don't personally think, we appreciate the suggestion, we don't think aliens are real in Clatfartburg, because we are keeping this to the realm of, I'm saying I don't know shit about aliens.
Yeah, how do you feel about aliens, Felicia?
I know. Well, I will say, one time when I tried to watch E.T. when I was a kid, my mom put it on for 20 minutes and I made her turn it off and I said, I don't like him.
I mean, he's
creepy. I don't like him.
He's a dried fruit.
I don't like it.
With little mealworm fingers.
Look,
so
we don't know what's going on in our current world. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like creating aliens is outside the scope of Clatfartburg for us.
Yes, they have the same base of alien interaction that we do here. You know what I mean? So
exact same level.
Yes. So that's they're not confirmed. They didn't build the pyramids, maybe.
I really don't know shit about alien lore, so this will be fun. It's never been something I've gotten into.
I don't have a ton to pull from, which I actually think is a little bit better because this isn't to what's the word? You know, when we both come to the episode and we're like, I don't fucking know about that shit, but let's make it up. And then it's like, that made no sense. And that's beautiful about it. Welcome to Alien Club. Welcome to UFO Club.
It's another one. Yeah. We have come prepared with nothing.
Yes.
I don't think I have almost, it's a complete blank slate in my life, in my mind, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So
no, the closest I have for this is I'm currently writing a comedy book that is, I guess, technically sci-fi because space is involved, but I wouldn't call it a sci-fi, but I think technically it is a sci-fi. And space freaks me out. It scares the fuck out of me.
True,
now, would I rather
same.
go to space or go to deep ocean? That's a really tough call because I hate deep ocean.
I would say neither.
Yeah, I would go, can I not?
I would say rather none.
Can I go get a little tuna sandwich instead? And maybe
I feel like if I had to pick between the two, I'd go space because at least I'd get to do the gravity thing. But actually, that makes me feel sickly to think about. So I changed my mind. I went none. So,
I was going to say if I had to choose, I would choose space, and that would really be saying something.
yeah, I just thought about the takeoff process, and it made me want to shrivel up in a hole.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, and then that being said, like in terms of how you were so brave talking about how you feel about aliens, so I'll go ahead and be vulnerable as well. I'm very team fuck it. This shit's huge. I guess there could be something, but I don't really no, I don't know if I buy the whole aliens, man, history, and they came and gave us technology.
Same.
I don't buy that because to me that's the same as Greek mythology and all that
really
stuff.
Care about aliens.
Yeah, I'm neutral.
I just don't really
I'm
give
neutral.
a shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, whatever.
Now, the last time this happened was kind of how we felt about a certain piece of media that starts with a W. And then that went really hell. That went to hell very quickly for us.
Well,
so let's...
I mean, we're only talking about UFO Club for one episode. We're
That's
not making
true.
an alien-based podcast. If we were, then yes, I'd agree. That would be an awful podcast. It would
Does
be hellish.
Clatfartburg not have the vibe of a town on a random planet?
No, it does.
So... Really, we
does.
kind of know more about it than everyone else.
Clatfartburg does kind of feel like episode 30, we're going to reveal it was hell the whole time.
It would be funny, though, if we had a giant reveal, right? We're like, oh my gosh, episode 30, guess what? And for this podcast,
episode
the
80,
biggest...
we reveal this was all taking place in
North Dakota.
1300.
Every time we've been talking about Nancy Pankin, imagine that, but a bonnet now. Put a bonnet on it.
Yeah.
Put a bonnet on it? I'm sorry. Are we going to have to do a, historical reenactment?
Oh, well, that's gonna happen.
Put a bonnet on it. Yeah, put a pin in that, bonnet on it. Okay. But we're not here to talk about bonnets. We're here to talk about aliens. I couldn't think of anything that started with a B. And so, with everything we've stated about Clatfartburg and where the aliens are, these are people passionate about aliens. It is UFO Club versus Alien Club. Has different vibes, so maybe they go by UFO
Alien Club
Club.
to me read for a bit that they were doing it like war reenactment, like their alien reenactment. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking wild.
That's what I thought when I heard Alien Club was
wow.
Okay, so it's a club where you all pretend to be aliens and you have your fun little alien OC that you come in as. And then you all eat human food and remark on how weird it is for an hour and then you go home.
I 100% think that's what Alien Club is. So
I think that's a portion of Alien Club. I think maybe it is advertised as UFO Club.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who come in a little bit more all right, this is going to be about we're going to be looking for aliens and all this stuff. And they come in, they're like, whoa.
They're like,
I did
whoa.
not know what I was signing up for here.
Yeah,
and there's
it's
internal politics. There's drama.
Oh my gosh.
There's you
didn't have a real
play
sighting.
D&D with people and there's one person who decides they want to be fantasy racist and it's whoa, where'd that come from?
Yes.
I feel like there's some of that in there too where it's that was uncalled for. You didn't need to bring this up. And especially because these are all OCs. It's you're just hating on Mark. That's Mark in there.
Leave Mark alone, okay? This is all he's had for the past 15 years.
He didn't kill your family. You made this all up. So did we. Calm it down, guys.
Leave the blarg and flops alone.
Calm it down. Yeah.
Dang. I like that. And I imagine with that, within the, like you said, there's a lot of politics within it. There's going to be people who think it's just fun, and then people who are we're preparing. We're preparing. Yeah. In South Carolina, there is a UFO welcome center that is a welcome center that if aliens come by, they can go through there and have fun.
Yeah, I'm sure the U.S. government has been like, now we're excited to have you here, but could you take a little plane down to South Carolina?
To bumfuck nowhere, South Carolina,
to the
might I
middle of
add.
nowhere, South Carolina, to go into a small roadside, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's like Winnebago,
shack.
giant, like...
shack. And you're going to look at shitty versions of what we thought you might look like for a little bit.
Yeah. It'll be the perfect way.
And then you'll come back, and then we'll talk about the nuclear war. You know what I
it'll
mean?
be fine. Go get a flavor, come back here for the main meal. So that's yeah. So they are, I imagine, with being interested in UFOs.
Yeah.
You gotta believe. And then there's gonna be I think multiple people have had sightings and one person has had an abduction.
Wow.
But people with the politics think some people are faking it. So the people who they trust, they're like, oh my gosh, of course that happened to you. And then people who like don't have like the clout within the group, they're like, you're just making it up. It's like when you really wanted to be popular and got Ugg boots and you finally did, and everyone's like, ew, are you trying to be popular because you got your Ugg boots or something? Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like that's kind of the vibe that'll happen with like, oh, I had an alien encounter, and they're like, yeah, what was it at Spacey's Diner in Faxville? Woo, you know?
Yeah.
Wait, can woo
never
be
heard
like,
that before.
we don't allow woos? We are serious here. If you want that, go to Ghost Club. Okay. That's where they go play ghosts.
We only do a respectable bleepity.
Yeah. They actually protested a hunch for lunch when they did an alien themed mystery. And they were like, this is not okay. Like,
not respectful or
it's not respectful. Also, we feel like you're mocking our thing that we enjoy doing, which is actually very freeing, and it's helped so many people figure out the relationships in their life, figured out their purpose. What does it mean to be on Earth? But more than that, this universe.
Yeah, I mean, this is an alien furry club, basically.
Yeah.
I just thought of a little hobby they could have. I'm thinking this is like an overarching organization, and there's little offshoots. I think there is an ultimate frisbee club where they put like little domes on top of the frisbees, so it's ultimate UF frisbee, ultimate frisbee.
Oh my gosh,
ultimate space frisbee. There we go, ultimate space frisbee.
It can be UFO Ultimate Frisbee Odyssey.
That's okay. There we go. Thank you.
Oh my God,
for fixing it.
That's beautiful.
And I'm just picturing all these people in little like alien costumes and things like that. I think that's one that they do. And then I do think they do group outings together. You know, like this. The fun thing about this group is it's half like alien true believers who are just like regular people who don't do the dress up thing, and then half like improv students. Like there's a contingent who don't give a shit about that, but you have to pass through these series of like questions where like they will hook you up to a fucking lie detector. I don't know if they do, but like
there's
like,
a weird dash of Scientology in there that's a little uncomfortable.
Where they're like, they want to make sure you're a true believer and not like a phony. But then it's like all the improv students at the Clatfartburg Community College are like, you see, what we do sometimes to practice your skills, you go in to the alien club, make your all alien figure, but you got to pass and improv your way through the security questions. You know what I mean? And it's like a rite of passage to have gone through the alien club.
That's really good.
And that's why the alien club has an alien based improv group. Yeah. Improv team. And they do long form space based comedy.
There's so much in this community.
It's called Space Junk.
How big is UFO Club, Alien Club?
I'm thinking 45 to 50.
Which is surprising.
It's significant.
For a town.
But it has so many factions that it has to be over 25. Like there is...
So true.
You know, I think maybe this is something that there are multiple chapters of throughout the states, you know?
Okay. So they're all of the same organization, but these are different chapters that we have.
Yeah, like an amount of, like a roller derby amount of chapters.
Yeah, okay.
Like not every city, but like weird places have got them, you know.
Yeah. Well, we've discussed that there's some like rural areas within Clatfartburg and even beyond. So that's where a lot of alien encounters tend to happen.
Yeah, and then every year all the places meet up at the Galactic Conference. They meet up at the Galactic Conference in Nevada because it has to be in Nevada.
Of course. Of course.
Area
They were
51.
definitely...
I almost called it Area 69. That was embarrassing. And
they definitely stormed Area 51 when everyone was doing that.
Exactly.
They were like, oh,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
going. We have our little Clatfartburg. We have Crispy. We have a Crispy with us on a flag, and we're going to storm.
They have a little alien Crispy. They just put some antenna on him.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and there's one guy who doesn't put much effort into his costumes. He's like, well, yeah, my alien can just look like any human. And he looks like me. And they can't kick him out, but they're kind of like, okay.
Yeah,
all right, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Galactic Conference. I do think do you think they have like almost a Boy Scout, Girl Scout structure where they do sell something around the holiday seasons to compete with what is it? The Trout Scout Tempeh?
Yeah, Trout Scout Tempeh. I mean, freeze-dried ice cream and stuff, right? Tang.
Exactly.
All that stuff. They make a hot chocolate
but it is like
Tang.
full-grown adults doing this, but they do it for charity.
Yes.
What do we think the charity is?
Oh, children's literacy.
Children's literacy.
Ultimate Frisbee.
It's that or stop cyberbullying, which feels depressing.
That's maybe they sponsor like it helps like youth get into UFO Ultimate Frisbee Odyssey. And so it can like, you know, pay for the funds. You can get your frisbee and everything. And then they realize that there's like no children in the league and they're like, oh fuck. So they just like support a regular like UFO. And then maybe what else would they be? Maybe they're really passionate about
buying musical instruments for children in need. Like I feel like their charity should be something completely separate that has fucking nothing to do with it. Where it was like everybody suggested their things, but that was the one that nobody could really fight against. Where it's like, yeah, that is pretty good. Okay, and just like, all right, we'll buy trumpets for children, sure.
Yeah, and then people are like, okay, we'll buy their weird shit. And then
but there are some people who are like weirded out by I'm like, why do they do it at the same time of the year as the because you're walking out of your local grocery store and you know how they're in that vestibule between you and the outside,
yes,
you know, and you come out and there's a small child in a orange or whatever color Trout Scout uniform, and then you turn to your left, you know, maybe it's the lizard or something, whatever it is, the one that's bigger that has the cowboy hat one's on the left, and you turn to your right and there's a fully grown man dressed like an alien.
I'm sorry, is this cowboys versus aliens?
Oh my god. And then that becomes kind of the thing of the season. You know, and maybe they do oh my god, that's disgusting. Maybe in a few years they do a collaboration item, which I don't know how tempeh and freeze-dried ice cream are combining. I guess freeze-dried tempeh would be the thing, which I can't imagine would be good. But
yeah.
The tempeh treat.
That's crazy.
Trout Scouts Galactic Tempeh Treat in collaboration with the Clatfartburg UFO Club chapter.
The UFO Club chapter. So I imagine too, they have to meet at a weird time because there's some people, because they respect not everybody's ready to be open about their alien stories or be so forward in their alien LARPing. So they meet at a weird time. So we have some underground people part of the alien club that you would not expect. And they try to keep it chill and they will dodge at any moment.
Is there anyone who we have mentioned on the podcast who we think is part of the alien club?
Okay, this is going to be absolutely fucking wild of me to say.
I have one first that I don't think is that crazy.
Good, go with yours.
I think the history, again, these people don't have names, but the person who runs the history section of the Clatfartburg Public Museum.
Oh, that's good.
That guy's definitely in on it. Arguably, this is from a bonus episode that just came out, but for the people who are bonus episode subscribing, I think Cole Papageno could potentially also be part of the alien club. Here's a brief background, really brief for people. Yeah. Cole Papageno is a high school friend of Dale Iron Alexander. And Cole Papageno is descended from another member of the Bartholomew, Arkansas gang. His grandfather, Ember Papageno, was the one that kind of led to the gang's fall and breakup. Yes. So when they discover that information, Dale Iron and Cole, and they're doing all that discovery process together. Cole is also the bartender on Herbert's boat. So just more world building for y'all. So you can go to clatfartburg.com if you want that bonus content. But just to fill you in, I think Cole Papageno is in the alien club.
Yeah,
those are my two. Who do you think is in the alien club? Because I'm a little
Well,
nervous.
I don't know how I feel, but it just instantly came to me, which means I feel like I should go with my gut instinct here. But I think none other than our mysterious blacksmith.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, I was a little scared you were going to say Nancy Pankin because I think I was going to fight you on it, but the blacksmith
no.
I was fine with. I think one of the Lomark Rouge people tried to get in, but they got
They were in it for the wrong
blacklisted.
reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, well, they showed up wearing green, like in a green little costume, and they're like, that is so not
Stereotypical.
cool. Aliens aren't just green. Look at all of us.
Yeah.
Tom has a blue mohawk on and little horns on the side of his chin, okay?
And it's like roller
Try.
derby where it's like kind of frowned against for you to decide on your alien before coming in. It's supposed to be a discovery process.
Yes. Yeah.
You do some worksheets. You do some drawing exercises to kind of lead you in a direction. It's your choice at the end of the day, but the club is there to guide you, to help you become a member in a way that is productive. Maybe you bond with someone really well and become something of the same species of alien, you know? But
yeah. I wonder if because that makes me think. I always think it's important to know like the mission statement because that also trickles into things they do. So what is the grander UF Club's goal? Why they're there to create a community for people who are interested in aliens, have had alien interactions, or maybe feel alienated.
a community for space lovers, space fearers, and future space dwellers.
I'm sorry. Is this Genevieve's mixtape when she was first her reel? Part of her reel is that she did like a voiceover, like little like intro.
The Clatfartburg UFO Club. A community for space lovers, space fearers, and future space dwellers.
Oh, when Eileen gets her hands on that, game over.
Do you think they run commercials? Because I'm just picturing a commercial.
I feel like, so, you know, I imagine weirdly this club has a lot of money. I feel like they have like very good funding. And I imagine this because I think they have a couple of really rich people involved.
Yeah.
And they're so
and again,
passionate
guys,
about it.
This is not a cult. This is not
It's
a
not
cult.
a cult. It's not a
We
cult.
keep getting close to cult, but this is not a cult.
It's not, everyone has free will. It's
They're allowed
safe.
to leave whenever they want. Would a cult play UFO Ultimate Frisbee Odyssey? I don't think so.
No. There's no inner sex ring thing going on. It's all just a separate. They're just passionate about it.
Well, there is like
free
two
reign.
couples, but that's their problem. That's not
Their
that's
thing.
not they're just swingers. They're having a good time.
Whatever they do in their intergalactic Milky Way, that's their thing.
Ew.
Yeah, I kind of hated it the second I said it, but
And you should.
yeah, I'll reflect on that tonight.
Thank you.
So, you're welcome. See, we have a healthy, we keep
This
safe
is the
space.
kind of Socratic dialogue that I expect
within
at the UFO Club. Maybe they're really strict about Socratic dialogues.
I like that. And I do genuinely think, like, I think they should genuinely have a session that's just safe space and they bring in a therapist so people can talk through stuff. Because I imagine if you go through something and, you know, it's something that people find hilarious and dumb.
Yeah,
and then
I
they don't
imagine
believe
this
you.
is a group of people who probably could use a therapist with
Yeah.
love to them.
With
all
love.
love to them.
With
If you're
love.
doing this, probably not be bad to talk to somebody. It doesn't mean you have to stop the alien thing.
Yeah.
It's just maybe we should look into it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's like what got you into this?
Right.
You know, and like it's good to have community, but also you can rely on people, and then it's good to have a professional who can like better handle it than like, you know, whatever bump free.
I'm spreading the news.
Bump free. Bump free. Is that a first name or a last
Oh,
name?
are we doing
Who's to
that?
say?
Are we
Are we
is this
doing
the
that?
therapist?
Yeah. Yes. So
I don't think
Bump
we need to
Free?
name the therapist. I
No,
think we should,
I was
think this
just
is
I was
that
naming
important.
a random person in the club as a throwaway, but now Bumfrey is
okay,
just
I
stuck in my head and it
understand.
won't leave me and it needs to go. So
Yeah.
expel it. I think they have a float in the 4th of July parade. I'd just like to
course
throw
they
that
do.
out there. And it is really fucking snazzy because again, they have randomly a lot of funding. No,
Well,
we can totally make a drag race thing here.
okay. In what way?
They should have like like there needs to be some kind of
An
like
alien pageant?
an alien pageant It's like a regional thing. Maybe you get like a couple together, and
well,
then
and
like
that happens at the Galactic Conference as the finals. Of
yes, because like if people are putting so much effort into their costumes, and like people have created their own languages, and you're just trying to see like what other people have like made. There's definitely like speaking sessions about like where they think the aliens are coming from next, and like how to interact with an alien if you do come down.
It's a wide range of conference because there's that, and there's also a lot about the fake alien creation process. Like that's like then it's like half a world building conference too.
Yeah.
It's like, how do we make fake languages? Let's talk about it. I do think I want to mention, I think the club does dinners like once a month, but this can sometimes be a problem because a lot of people come in like full prosthetics, which is an issue because like they can't see great, nor can they get things in their mouth great. So it just becomes a lot of stabbing at things and not really hitting them.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of dropped hot dogs and sausages on the floor, which can cause quite the scare if people aren't expecting it.
But like you said, the whole time they're just like, oh, human food is weird.
Human food is weird.
This club is big proponents of the theory that C. Naster is actually not a ghost, but instead an alien.
100%.
Have we considered he's an alien?
Okay, wait. I brought it up briefly, but I do think it'd be great if there was actually a lot of tension between the alien club and then like whoever the ghost tour person will be later down the line. Like ghost. I think they like believe it's one or the other, which doesn't have to be true, but we know Clatfartburg. They're pretty black and white. What if he's an alien
who died and then became a ghost?
Yeah, so it's like maybe it's a ghost. We can't talk about that. We can't talk about that. We have to move on. They're silencing space. There is no sound in space, bitch. And then they fight. So, okay, so their mission. Did I start this with the mission statement? Whatever. Okay, so they have all these different events.
We had the mission statement of spaces for a community for space lovers, space fearers, and future space dwellers.
Yes.
I think it was space fearers, space lovers, and future space dwellers because that sounds better, but it doesn't matter.
It's good. And we've got all that. So if they're let's focus. Let's zoom in now a little bit on the specific Clatfartburg chapter.
Yes.
There's so many dynamics. I feel like, do they lean through one group more than the other? Like, are they more like, because they'll have everybody, but are they like more majority of the LARPers? Or are they more like majority?
I feel like Clatfartburg Spirit is probably more LARPers. Just like realistically with what this town is into. I think there's the old guard that is a little bit like, okay, about the way it is. But I don't think the leader is a LARPer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I think the majority of the constituency is a LARPer. I do think we should come up with a leader. Mm-hmm. And I propose we do, we are starting to adopt a first name, last name policy where one of us does one half and the other one does the other. Do you one you want to pick? Do you want to call one?
I can do last name.
Okay.
Eve Finch.
Eve Finch is the leader.
Ooh.
That's like the most normal name we've ever come up with.
That really was.
For reference, when we did that last episode, we came up, for our bonus content, we came up with Poppins Rumblesby. So,
yeah.
Just be happy that we got
Eve Finch was honestly really impressive for us.
That's like, that showed such restraint from both of us. I think that was because of our response to the last episode because everyone was fucking crazy.
It was just wild. I was like, who's to say? Eve Finch, though, when she's at the meetings, goes by Star. Because she's the
Evening
star.
Finch. She goes by Evening Finch.
So dumb.
Eve is short for evening.
I just realized that that Eve is short for evening. So dumb. Oh, she's like,
hi, everybody. Oh. It's me, Eve Finch. And I'd really like to start this meeting just by doing a deep breath. And I want you to remember that while we may be on Earth, anything could change at any moment.
She has a calm voice, but the things she says should be calming, but it's a little stressful.
Yeah,
it's not meant to be.
People are glad she's involved in the UFO Club because otherwise they think she'd be doing some dastardly shit. Like they're glad this is where she puts her energy. Because she's a lot of money too. And people are people are just like, we don't want to ask you your opinions on vaccination. We don't need to know.
Yeah.
Like, it's just, she's got that kind of vibe of like, we don't need to hear about it,
And when Cole Papagano goes to his first meeting. This is where you're like, it's not a cult. It's not a cult.
Guys, reminder, it's not a cult.
It is not a cult. You don't have to pay to join. But they
it is
do
expected
have...
you put some level of contribution in.
Yeah, like you have to participate.
Dinner or, towards your costume, Put some fucking effort in it.
And I imagine, like, they're open to people, but I think they'd be very closed off and very protective. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's like I think there is a whole like initiation process. Like I think you were kind of talking about this earlier. Yeah. So it's like you have to go through all of that. And so,
have you ever seen an alien? Have you ever looked at an alien?
I mean, maybe. I don't.
That was the same question twice. Seeing if you answered differently, I'd have to kick you out of the club. Have you ever heard an alien?
I have.
When?
You wouldn't even know.
What'd it sound like?
I can't even replicate it. Trick question.
Try.
I don't have two tongues, so.
Very good. Didn't need to do that.
Oh.
Have you ever smelled an alien?
No, I don't remember, actually. I had sinus issues. A lot.
Understandable. I'll put that under medical emergency.
Thank you. Yeah.
Are you one of those people who says, I need to see it to believe it?
I used to. But then everything changed.
Okay. My next question, I'm not sure to ask you this or not because that was a little confusing. It says, if yes, do you think you could see one?
Oh, yeah. I think I could. I think I have a
you have the skills.
I think I have the
skills. They could be out there.
Yeah.
Agnostic is fine as long as you're a positive alien agnostic,
Oh, for sure. Like I'm open to knowing and seeing more.
If you had to pick a favorite alien color, are you going green or blue?
I'm not doing green. I'll put it there.
Good.
I'll be honest with you, it's hard to lean into blue, but like I'm open.
Last question. If you had to bring an alien side dish to the potluck that we do every month, what kind of dish are you envisioning bringing? We are covered for desserts.
I'm bringing a mustard-based potato salad.
Now, what's alien about that?
Mustard. You think that we got that naturally? Think about it.
Never thought about that.
How the fuck do we get a leaf and then turn it yellow?
Would you want to do a presentation on the mustard?
Honestly, that would be fantastic.
I could schedule you in. I don't know. We meet almost nightly, so anytime you're free.
Yeah, totally. I can have it ready this weekend.
The Socratic dialogues are every other and 19th Thursday. So,
wow. Okay.
Maybe we could put you in on one of those.
That'd be great. I noticed there's also like a dress code. Do we always dress aliens? So you can
either dress as an alien or dress in the galactic robes. The galactic robes are what we wear to represent what we as a human convoy would wear to the real Galactic Council if given such a grand opportunity.
Okay.
We treat this as a practice session for what it would be like to converse with real aliens. So that's why we have the alien contingent of the club as well as the human convoy diplomatic contingent. So you will pledge your alliance within 8 to 9 business days, but in the meantime, we will accept no green, but a silly little UFO hat. Those are fine. We do have fun here. It may seem like we don't, but we do have fun. We have the Ultimate Frisbee Odyssey UFO. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
My nephew plays. And all those sorts of things. And my name is... I'll take first name, you take last name.
Okay.
Jonathan
Pring.
And my name is Jonathan Pring. I'm the outreach man and the guy who gets everybody in. So that's just to everybody at home what it would be like if I guess Elaine was initiated into the alien club.
Now here's the thing. We did dangerously cover a lot of Heaven's Gate, the cult that believes that they could go to space if they did that the afterlife.
I didn't know that.
No, not fully. We didn't fully do it, but I just want to know that we are walking down the hallway.
Okay. Well, there's no death here. They just want to make it clear that they would be great people to send the Galactic Convention
Yeah.
if it is ever revealed that the Galactic Convention does exist. The Great Galactic Conference.
If I got a chance to join a club that would wear robes, I'm fucking doing it.
I'm thinking these are sci-fi robes. They're not like religious garb.
Yeah.
But it's like,
No. I mean, they're very silly. They have like the UFO chapter on it. Like it's very much all lights stay on. There's no candle work, whatever. Aliens are afraid of fire. We know this. So they're just trying to keep it
fluorescent at this place. And that's part of the ambiance. It's a really interesting like vibe just to be in like an old classroom at the high school doing this. Because that is where it's held.
Yeah.
Because some teacher, I think Herb Prink, is that his name?
Jonathan?
Not Herb, Jonathan Prink.
Herbert is 100% not an alien
he's so
club.
anti-alien club. And that actually seeing that on on Cole's resume almost made him not hire him as the bartender.
Yeah. The fact that Cole put that on his resume is
bold.
really
It's
bold. And that's Cole for you.
Cole's bold. But yeah, I think Jonathan Prink is a teacher. I don't think science.
No.
I think he's a shop teacher.
Whoa.
That doesn't feel right. He's not a
No.
shop teacher.
Maybe like the art teacher?
No.
Social studies?
That would be concerning.
That would be concerning.
Math?
Math.
Jonathan Prink, the local math teacher. That implies there's one of the many local math teachers.
They only have one. And
No.
it's the biggest class in the world.
Everybody from all over the galaxy comes to Jonathan Prink's math class. That's what he dreams about at night.
I mean, that's great because he can come up with like different equations and stuff.
Jonathan Prink, the right-hand man of Evening Finch.
Look, listen here, okay? This is the great thing about math, okay? You can speak any language through math. We all get numbers, right? Numbers are eternal. They're there, right? So you're telling me if we don't know an alien language, you know what we do have, though? Math. Circumferences. We have that x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of whatever else that thing. I don't teach that one that often. It's boring.
Elementary school math, maybe.
Yeah. Look, we can tell them, hey, I had 5 apples. I ate 3. They don't need to know what an apple is. We'll get there, guys. But it's going to be great.
Conceptually explain to them the concept of numbers. And I think we'll be able to find equivalency. He believes it's the route in to translating other languages, you know?
Yeah. It's the root of it. The square root.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. This is great. I imagine, like, what's there? Like, so holidays, whatever. They have to, outside of the convention, I imagine there's some kind of, like, alien date that they all go and celebrate. And this is where they, like, go either camping and they're doing stargazing. Or maybe it's like, again, like I want to, how do they handle people who have sightings and they're ready to talk about it within the chapter? Are we in like a circle? Are we in our alien garb eating potato salad?
I don't know. I feel like it has to be taken with an element of casualness to not have this feel like a cult.
Yes.
Because we're
that's
very
fair.
close. We're very
That's true.
close.
And it's not a cult. It's just
not a cult.
fun.
Yeah,
It's
and
fun.
we're not saying that in the way that we're trying to cover it up. It just genuinely isn't. But sometimes when you're playing in comedy, things get more and more abstracted. And no, it's getting into cult territory again. And we got to pull her back.
We got to pull it back. We're not allowed to make a cult until episode 100.
Yeah,
As we keep saying. So
that's a long way from now. We got like 4 years till that
that's
happens.
true. We might break that.
2 years.
Yeah.
No, 4 years. No, 4 years. That is 4 years. Okay, that's fair. But anyway,
It's ew. That's so much time.
we'll make a cult when I turn 25.
Hey! Oh God! I imagine there has to be some like, ooh, it's this night. This is the night we go do this, and we do a camp. They do a camp night. This makes sense. You're gonna go watch the meteors, a meteor shower, which is also what they do for anybody who's pregnant and they do a baby shower. They call it a meteor shower. Yeah, it's really cute. They're very supportive of their community.
I think when people tell their alien stories, there's someone who's the alien sketch artist who's like a police sketch artist who tries to draw these aliens, and then they put them together in a book.
My God.
They submit them to the national UFO chapter for inclusion in the book of sightings for the year.
And it was so exciting because they got like they got a whole like couple pages. Like they actually got mentioned out of all of them, you know, like they'll do like the like collage and stuff, but they got a whole like article about their chapter and what they've done.
But then the problem is we have the improv people who are fully lying about their experiences. So you get some weird ones in there.
Yeah. Let's walk through that improv group and like maybe they accidentally get discovered on this camping night. This is I think lose so. It.
Yeah, because I'm like, we need an event. We need an event.
Okay. It is a special night.
I think Cole Papageno is in the acting group, just for the record. I can't imagine him in the non-improv part of this.
No, I don't see it. I think he feels a little guilty, though, doing it.
Yeah.
But then it's like over time, he's like, nah, whatever. I got through those questions. They don't know I know what a smelly alien is like. So it's the night of a meteor shower. It's the night of a comet. I think a comet's passing through. The crispy comet. And they
just dropping that.
It's like a comet that has a different name, and they're like, it's the crispy comet. And they're and maybe that's like the town has their own silly thing, and they're like,
I think there's someone who does believe Crispy is an alien, but that person is like laughed out.
Yeah, that person is like, okay, shut up. That's too much.
Calm down. We're with you on Sinaster. Crispy's a step too far.
Yeah, Crispy was never real.
The guy who made it was like my brother-in-law's dad, you know? Yeah. Like it's like not like I know the guy. I've had lunch with him. It's fine. Yeah. Like
and then arguably, has Crispy done anything?
Nothing. He's literally just a sign.
He is just a sign, and he brings people joy, but he has not done anything to suggest that he did stuff with, like, there's no reason for him. There's no proof and no reason.
Crispy has a whole hold on society that's unexplainable except if he was an alien. They're like, yeah, we're just a weird fucking town, man. You need to move on with this. You're in an alien club? Maybe look at yourself.
Look at yourself. And the people in the alien club are saying,
you have 5 antenna on you right now. Calm down, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway. We get to the Crispy Comet viewing party. Mm-hmm. Maybe they're up in the campground somewhere by the lake.
Cute. And they've got their little marshmallows going. And it's time to start talking about, I feel like maybe... That's too culty. I keep thinking of it like Boy Scouts kind of thing, right? It's like, oh, do they have like a little book or whatever? But that's too culty. I can't do that. I imagine, how would you get caught out? Do you laugh at something you shouldn't? Do you not know a very significant event that you should?
I think it's that. I feel like it has to be that, because I think the laughter is fine because they all go, well, we all get a little silly sometimes, and we're a cult that's here for fun. Not a cult.
We're a cult.
A club. Oh, we're a club that's here for fun. That was a Freudian slip, and it's not to be represented. It's not a cult, guys. I need to be so clear. It's not a cult. We're not going to do a third act reveal that surprised it was a cult. It's not.
No, I will say it is hilarious that we are desperately trying to get across the point. Also does suggest that we have accidentally dabbled.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like we did. And now it's like
these are the conversations that Edith, Evening Finch, and Jonathan Brink are having with each other.
Eve, look, I'm just concerned.
He's Southern.
I'm concerned. You know, I just don't look. The math ain't mathin', as they say.
Well, it's not a cult because we're in charge of it. It's a club. It's a community. This just sounds like Genevieve. We can't do this. We need to move on. It's not. It's not Genevieve.
It's okay. So yeah, they're talking about something. I think it's a specific sighting that, you know what? I think this whole thing started because the founding chapters here, they all had the same sighting. I think something happened a couple years ago. They all witnessed it and experienced it. They didn't know each other beforehand. They started sharing details and they went, huh, that's interesting. And so that, of all the things you can laugh at, you can't laugh at that. Like, that's the one, like, you don't make fun of or anything.
And one person in the group did not read the orientation guidebook. And they say something about, the great sighting. Now, again, not a cult, but just not fun terminology we use with friends. And they go, what? And someone else goes to the group and, like, smacks him across the chest, like, bro, come on. And that kind of tips him off of, like, okay, maybe this wasn't. And then people start talking about the great sighting of, like, where were you when it happened? Like, it was like a national tragedy.
Yeah.
And one of them starts laughing, and that kind of becomes a problem.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we just needed, like, this is a safe space. I don't know how many times I have to keep saying that to you guys, but we're actually reaching a point where this isn't good. And then one of them stands up and goes, bro, this isn't worth it. This isn't worth it. I don't need to be an improv 2. I'll stay at the level 1. And then walks out. And then it's just awkward silence. And they go, not fucking again.
And the
not
little
these
antennas are bobbing back and forth as people look at each other.
Someone's tail is accidentally like just full on smacking somebody as they're like dramatically like, what?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
How dare.
Get the UFO fuck out of here.
Get the fucko out of here.
Get the fucko out of here, which is very aggressive.
Very intense.
And then they just start going, maybe this, no, that's weird. Actually, it is weird. So it's like what's cult weird and what's just weird. I like the idea that they just go, I'm trying to think of like alien sounds, and that's what they do. They like, get out of here.
That was what we established the noise was.
Because they're in their LARPing, right?
Yeah.
So like, beep bop, beep boop, boop, beep bop, beep bop, bah, bah, bah. Can you imagine a group of adults doing that while wearing alien gear at you in the woods?
Kind of freak me out.
I'd be like, oh, we're getting the fuck out. And then they all leave, and then they all laugh. The improv group leaves, and then they laugh because they've been on to them maybe they've been on to them since the beginning. So really, the whole time the improv
this
group
has just
thinks
been
they're
entertainment
joking.
for them. This is just entertainment for them. They're fucking with the improv group. And this is if you really want to get on the next level. Sometimes people don't do the improv group, don't become the improv in class, okay? They don't come in with the improv group, but then they wait 5 years and join as an adult to really ingratiate themselves and prove how much of a true improver they are.
Wow.
But then they're just a normal club member at that point. But they don't accept that. There's a level of irony that they're doing this with.
Now, what does the improv group do if someone from, like, say someone in Alien Club doesn't know about this and they're like, I want to go do improv? What do they do when they know someone in Alien Club is now
I think they try to tell them
ticking?
the improv club is a cult. Bro, it's crazy. They make you do this whole initiation ritual where you have to drink goat's milk, which isn't the worst, but it's still weird, right?
Yeah, it's straight from the teat. It's not my favorite, but,
and it's from this goat who actually wears a burger hat, and he walks around with little tap shoes. Yeah, isn't that crazy?
It's fucked. His
but
name
one
is
day
Lewis.
the goat got hit by a car. Fuck.
Oh.
And that's kind of how it goes. It's not a very. I think the Alien Club uses them as kind of in-house entertainment and consistently gossips about the Improv Club. That's it. You know.
This is so. I never would have imagined that Alien Club would have like silly, weird, like fake beef, but it's just like tensions with an improv group. It's so.
Who else
wild.
would be fighting?
Who else would be?
You're not so different, you and I. You know?
Yeah. They have a moment where at some point...
You with your antenna, me with my antenna, and you with your folding metal chairs.
Your antenna and your antics.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And then that's their Thanksgiving.
And you with your box of props like a knockoff Colin Mockery.
They're like, we should do a viewing of Alien.
And the problem is they try and get like group suggestions for activities, and all of them are just like, have we ever considered scenes from an astronaut's helmet?
Yeah. And they're like, okay, you ready? I think that we are on Mars, and you're trying to ask someone to prom. Okay, go.
Yeah, literally.
They cried about the Mars rover. That was like they had like,
oh, I mean, yeah.
I mean, that makes me sad.
They had a little retirement party for the Mars rover.
Yeah, someone came up with a guitar and sang a nice little song.
So much Ziggy Stardust songs played at this. If you have never heard Ground Control to Major Tom more times, and I think what happens is sometimes they do a karaoke night, and I would say 6 Ground Control to Major Toms, 4 Life on Marses, and 3 to 7 Starmans.
Yeah.
It's like when I was in a music camp when I was a teenager, and I think 7 different children demanded to sing Believer by Imagine Dragons. Very that.
Wow, yeah.
1 Rocket Man.
And they have like glow sticks. I imagine glow sticks are so big with this group. They fucking love them.
Of course.
They're all about the glow sticks. And so they like turn the lights down and they're just like waving their glow sticks back and forth. And it's just a really beautiful moment.
A lot of them also own drones, so they do a lot with that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Which is why they have the sickest promo videos.
Yeah.
You know? Which is Genevieve, really, again, like she really buried that from the old days. But
come look at the stars in the sky, says the Clatfartburg's UFO Club drones take to the sky for a magical starry show.
They're just a group of people with kazoos, like singing them off, like.
There's a star man waiting in the sky. From the ground with kazoo background. He'd like to come and meet us, but he thinks he'd blow our minds. There's a star man. It's really good stuff, guys.
I like it. They also do a musical.
They do so much.
They do so much.
This club is booked and busy, and most of them do not have jobs.
You're right. Like, it's like so many of them don't have jobs, but it's not a cult, okay? But
it's not a cult.
It's not a cult.
There's a lot of extraordinarily rich members that support this as like your main social interaction group. Do you know what
just
I mean?
imagine that you can go hang out with these people whenever. Like, it's just a nice social group to tap into, and you're not going to want to do
I actually don't
everything.
think this is taking place at the high school. I think they have a dedicated space.
They have to at this point. Like, the way that, like, the Freemasons have their own little, like, stuff. They have their nice own little space.
And just like the Freemasons, we're never sure if it's a cult or not. Never sure on that one. I mean, I think not, but I'm getting disconcluding information on that one.
It's hard. Well, with any organized group, it's hard. And when you bring in aliens, people have questions.
But I will say, not like the Freemasons, which are like technically a secret society in the loosest sense.
Yes.
The Clatfartburg UFO Club is not a secret society. If anything, it is an unsecret society because of all the ads they are playing on television.
Yes. The only secret part are the people who don't want to like let people know that they're part of Alien Club, but they do have a little pin they can wear. And maybe it's like,
this is getting culty again, Elaine. This is getting culty again.
Oh, you're right. You're right. They just know in their hearts they're part of it.
And I just think those people wear a lot of prosthetics so that they don't show up in the promo videos.
Oh my God, you bring someone home and they're like, oh my gosh, babe, what's in that closet? And they're like, no, nothing. Like, I don't know. You said there were fun things in there.
It's like, I'm sorry. That's Glooby.
Are you into this? Because I kind of am.
That's
and then you're like,
Glooby.
What? Found my soul. That's my Glooby.
I'm sorry, babe. That's my Glooby. Got it made custom last year.
It cost me $3,000.
A small price to pay for friendship.
And that's why they have the therapist. That's why they have the group.
And people will pull their money together for people who don't have enough money. So it's like, it's nice.
Yeah.
But everybody here is remote working software engineers. So they've got shit all to do half the time. So
yes, exactly. And that's why like UFO Club has been growing.
They're actually got a co-working space. So in the UFO Club.
I kind of love that, actually. It's just like, oh, hey.
Elaine is trying to join UFO Club.
I'm like, what? Again, okay, remember? We started neutral on aliens. And I'm like, I don't know, this kind of sounds funny. You can always guarantee you have a social group to go to. Everyone's rich.
We're building our fantasy. We're building our fantasy. I don't know if UFO Club is my fantasy, but I will say the Galactic Conference did kind of. I was like,
that's the part I would enjoy.
And the Galactic Pageant.
I'm gonna go with what listener Zach said. Fuck it. That's kind of how I feel. Fuck it.
I'd join Alien Club.
I'll go to
It's hard to
Alien
make
Club.
friends as an adult.
It is. And honestly, if I had to choose between this and organized religion for me personally, I'm gonna go with the aliens.
Have you had a hard time making friends as an adult in the new world? And you're in New Town? Well, don't worry. At the Clatfartburg UFO Society, you can make friends from all over the galaxy. With our in-house co-working space available to members, you can work remotely from the stars. And they have like lots of little like LED lights up top.
This is not Nixium, guys. This is not Nixium, okay? This is not Heaven's Gate. This
Hi.
is just...
The Clatfartburg UFO Club wants to issue an announcement. We are not a cult. We're just a normal club that has a lot of activities and is really fun. We like to create a sort of society vibe to make us all feel like we're a part of something, because isn't that something we need? It's nice to feel like you're part of something bigger, something out of this world. We're not a cult. The Clatfartburg UFO Club.
I just want to lastly touch, because since I brought up the blacksmith casually being in this, I do think that requires just a little bit of follow-up since he is such a mysterious character. And it is wild because, as we know, I imagine this blacksmith as that one blonde guy blacksmith in Skyrim.
The one that you always marry.
Yes, the one that I always marry when I'm
Which
a cat.
is nothing about you.
Nothing at all. Nope. So he's an alien club, which I feel like I wouldn't expect. And he's casual. He doesn't have enough time because he's running
you
Key
wouldn't
Club.
expect it because you suggested it.
Well, that's why it like came to me, and I was like, he's got a little nerd side. Like, there's more. People just see the burly blacksmith. They just can't see beyond his gorgeous fucking body to maybe who he is as somebody. He tries to hide this from Nancy because Nancy, with her nice little French manicure,
and Nancy Penkin and the blacksmith are an official couple. Their kind of journey together was outlined in the bonus episode we did on Clatfartburg.com.
Yes.
Just in case we say anything that you're like, what the fuck are they talking about? Just
yes,
reference.
we go through them kind of getting together and like some relationship toils. So yeah, they're together, but this is something he's hiding from her, and so she just thinks he's going to extra Key Club practices or he's working on something, and then she realizes there was a lie, and then she gets a little stressed. And then he keeps hiding stuff from her, and she's not allowed in the forge, and she's just like, what's going on? And there's a really big moment. This is like the big moment. He's like, I think I'm really going to open my heart up to Nancy. And he goes, Nancy. And he bends down. He puts on a little headband with little coils and googly eyes, and he goes, I'm part of Alien Club. And she goes, oh my God. Blacksmith. I didn't know. How long? 3 years. Oh my God. For 3 years you've known this. I've never told anybody. I mean, look at me. I'm the blacksmith. I know. And I love the blacksmith. Then you have to love this part of me too.
You have to love Tinseldorf. My alien Sona.
You have to love Tinseldorf. I need to go, and I need a moment. That's where we leave. It'll work out. I'm going to tell you guys, don't worry. This isn't it, but this is going to take some time. Okay. But don't worry. Maybe Nancy has some of
maybe
her own little
Tinseldorf's
secrets.
getting a wife. Tinseldorfette.
It was better than me thinking Tinsel Donka, so that's better.
Tinsel
Donka is
Tinsel Bonk Bonaga Hoogies, you know.
Whoa. Whoa. That's what they do after Alien Club.
Gross.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like that's a good place to kind of wrap up. Yeah. I feel like we've covered a lot of Alien Club. It's not a cult. Not a cult. Alien/UFO Club. Either works. Either is fine.
Yes.
What's our recap? Big takeaways, because we're trying to do this more because we think it helps us.
Ultimate Frisbee Odyssey. That's a big
Classic.
thing.
They go every year to the Galactic Conference. There is a group of LARPer aliens and humans who go to the Galactic Conference as human representative delegates.
Yes. They wear robes for meetings sometimes if you want to.
Yeah,
and
it's
not
optional
a cult.
but encouraged. They have weekly dinners. They have karaoke nights with a lot of space-themed music. They have a co-working space, and it's run by Eve Evening Finch and her right-hand man, Jonathan Prink.
The math teacher at the elementary school. And there's the improv group, which one day we'll get to. They have a fun little initiation process joke where they're like, infiltrate the alien club, and then you're cool. You're one of us.
And then the alien club tolerates them, but uses them as in-house entertainment because there's so much and so annoying. So it's kind of like they hate that they're there, but they also love that they're there so much, you know?
Yeah.
Gives them something to bond over.
And we learned that there are people who have seen the great sighting within Clatfartburg. So
yeah, and we didn't even touch on what that was.
We didn't. You know what? I think it was a big flash in the sky, and then people felt a weird rush of warmth, and then it went back to being that cold, cold January night.
Nice.
And it was strange. So there you go.
Nestor's nage echoes over the mountains.
See Nestor the alien? Is he alien or horse? It was a big debate they had at one point. Big debate. Right? Yeah, they have a lot of fractions, but they all love each other at the end.
Wow.
Yeah, that was solid.
That's the Clatfartburg UFO Club. I feel like we've added a new faction within the town.
And you know what's weird? Crispy came up once, and it was just because I was like, how would they feel about Crispy? Because I forgot almost. I almost forgot that Crispy should be part of Alien Club, possibly.
Well, he shouldn't be. He can't be
He
everywhere.
shouldn't be. No. And that's good. And I was like,
I like how it seems every episode we have a moment and go, how does Crispy fit into this? And we need to know the person's opinions on Crispy. Like, it's like, we need to, we're doing a survey.
It's such a guiding point. You know
what?
it's
I will
such
say
a guiding
Crispy
point.
Does not come up much in the bonus episodes because they're not Crispy centric. You know,
that's
most
true.
of our bonus episodes have honestly been historical. So
yes, they provided a lot of fun backstory. Like we also have one all about Seanaster, and there are some details about Seanaster that are actually, I would say,
they're crucial.
Kind of crucial. Like you're
I'm
fine
sure
on the main
eventually
feed.
Come out.
But like there's some really hardcore lore that we laid down that is pretty, I would say, meat and potatoes. Pretty like chef's kiss stuff there. Yeah, lately I feel like history books have been coming out about this town and it's been kooky.
Definitely.
Which I guess speaking of, thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Should we do a listener headcanon?
Oh, let's do a listener headcanon.
Our headcanon this week is from our listener Phoebe. They said, I think that the Public Museum of Clatfartburg has a small walking trail behind the building. The only person who takes care of it is one old lady and occasionally trail crews of teenagers. It's not very well maintained, but there is a pretty good view of the lake, and the museum really hypes it up as an alternative to the botanical garden. And I liked this because it was so mundane. And that's the kind of shit I want. I love that.
That's
because,
so much.
you know, sometimes they can't all be crazy. Because we have to reckon with them if they're crazy. This is the kind of headcanon we love. This is an exemplar of a headcanon. We love everything you guys said, but that is exactly what we're looking for.
And very detailed on how mundane
Detailed
it
information
was.
that the reaction should be, yeah, I guess they could. But the other reaction
we can't
is,
prove it wrong.
Do we need to establish this? The answer is no. It is something that unequivocally affects nothing. Do you know what I mean? You can send whatever you want, but these are our favorites. I love it.
Thank you,
I
Phoebe.
love it so much.
I appreciate it. Yes, and so we do read out listener headcanons, so you can email us. You can DM us on Instagram. I've got some screenshots. You guys are coming up. But you can definitely, send them over. We like to hear what you're thinking. And also sometimes, as Zach Fuckett found out, that's not the last name, it's just the subject line, and I still love it. Sometimes we definitely love hearing suggestions. Obviously, we're all creating this world together. So if you have an idea, even if you just say one word, I'll turn it into something else, apparently.
And, your idea may be transmuted by Elaine's brain, but we will read it and we will take it into account.
Yes.
We have some listener suggested episodes that we're sitting on, but we don't want to put them too close to other ones that are kind of similar in topic. So they're on their way,
We have plans. We've got plans. But if you want to listen to any of those bonus episodes, we've got a good handful of bonus episodes. We also have movie commentary tracks. The most recent bonus episode was
the Bartholomew Mystery Meat Gang. I believe the episode is fully titled The Rise and Fall of Bartholomew, Arkansas's Mystery Meat Gang.
Yes.
And we cover everybody in the gang. Bartholomew, Arkansas's childhood, the family lineage, all of his steals. With the different things he stole around Clatfartburg. And what led it all to fall apart. There's a lot that goes on.
It goes all the way up to like we go from Bartholomew up to Dale Iron Alexander.
Now we do give one generation very little time.
Yeah, we don't care about them.
I don't think we establised gender or name for this one. But
we're just whatever. But anyway, that's a really fun one. And then like we said, we have one on Seanaster. And just a good fun old time over there. And then movie commentaries, that's at clatfartburg.com. And if you feel like following us on social media, Instagram, TikTok, all the handles are at Clatfartburg. And I think that's it. Did we one time we had a really great outro. And we're like, that could be it.
Thank you for visiting Clatfartburg. Thanks for visiting Clatfartburg.
For visiting Clatfartburg. Come again soon.
And I hope that this podcast was an out of this world experience.
Beep boop boop beep boop boop boop. Bye.
What do you do? That's goodbye in Alien. Bye.